if she likes you, she's still attracted to you. She's not like, okay, we're in a quarantine and I can't be attracted to this person. She's just, I mean, it's not like she chooses to be attracted to you. She's still going to be attracted to you. Hey guys, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Here to talk about how to approach girls during the quarantine. I was actually requested this video, and it was something that I had tested during the quarantine and did want to talk about, so now is the perfect time. So, the quarantine obviously is hurting a lot of dating lives, and it's making it hard to meet girls, especially for guys who mostly relied on bars and clubs to meet girls, or social circle hangouts with a lot of people. And for obvious reasons, these are very inhibited. So a lot of people have turned to online dating, as is natural. It makes sense. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it as long as you're using it as an auxiliary, like you're meeting girls different ways and then you're using the dating apps as a side way to maybe get an extra date a week, or an extra lay a month. But I don't think it's the best way to meet people. I think that you always, I don't care how far in the future we get, if you're watching this video, 50 years from now, if YouTube still exists or if the world is blown up, I don't know. But you should be still meeting girls the good old-fashioned way, and that is cold approach, where a man sees a beautiful woman and he's attracted to her and he goes up and he says hello. And maybe he just says hi, maybe he says, I think you're beautiful, and he starts a conversation with her, and then he asks her out, and then they go on a date and they get together and then they start dating, or it's just a one-time thing, who knows. But I feel like that connection is so much more real than even social circle or meeting someone through work. And these times are going to make people desperate, and I hope that you don't give in to that desperation, because usually meeting people those ways is very limited. Unless you're super hot on Tinder, you're usually not going to get the most beautiful women. You can, you may look like a 7, but you act like a 10, but she can't see that through your picture, right? So if you were to meet girls in life, you would have a much better chance of seducing a beautiful woman. At work, you're kind of limited with who you're working with, and you got to be careful because it's work. Your social circle, again, like you do have to be aware of your reputation, and who likes who, and it can get kind of messy sometimes, and you don't even know if she's going to show up this time, or you meet a new girl, but then you don't make something happen and you never see her again. Cold approach is great because you see that girl and you're probably never going to see her again, but you have the freedom to just walk up and say hello, because you're allowed to do that. Okay, she may not be interested. She may tell you, go away, I don't like you. Who knows? But you have to try. And that trying, that adventurous, courageous energy, to me, is the most masculine way to meet girls. And the best relationships I have had are from cold approach and just meeting a girl that I've never met before, but I see her and I just think she's beautiful. It's the most pure approach, and it's the most pure relationship, the most pure foundation for a relationship between a man and a woman. So I highly suggest that you still keep approaching girls even during the quarantine time. Now, you're gonna think to yourself, okay, well, we have social restrictions, we have masks. I've tested it, works fine. You can still approach girls. You're wearing a mask, she's wearing a mask. You can, abide by whatever laws and regulations that your state or country tells you to do, okay? The mask is only going to affect her being able to see your facial expressions, which kind of limits your ability to express yourself. And it might be hard for her to hear you and for you to fully express yourself vocally because you're wearing a mask. And the same for her. You might not quite be able to see if she's looking at you. I mean, you can still see her eyes. It's not like she has a mask over her eyes, but again, you're gonna have a little bit of your read of her blocked. But you still have her body language, and you still have her eyes, right? And so that's enough, right? And you can still see if she has a beautiful figure. You can still see if women are beautiful. I mean, sometimes she could just like have beautiful eyes and then she looks like Baraka when you take off the mask, but hopefully not. But if she does, then hopefully she finds a Baraka for herself. But we need to make a bit. There's actually a picture. You know who Baraka is, right? He's a Mortal Kombat character. Or no, who's the one Mortal Kombat bitch who wears the face mask, but she takes it off and she's like a demon. I'll find it and you'll put it. I'm a nerd. All right. Anyway, so unless she's looking like that, I think it's Melina. I'm not sure. Unless she's looking like that, you can usually tell if a girl is beautiful. I don't know. Maybe it's just an instinct. Maybe it's just experience. But you can get a good feeling. But maybe she has beautiful eyes, but maybe some busted teeth. I don't know, you can still fuck her. She still looks good. Anyways, so you can still walk up and approach her, and you find something about her attractive, okay? And you're just gonna have to speak a little bit louder, right? Because you have the mask on. Or when you walk up, you can just, lower your mask for a second and just be like, excuse me, and do your approach and tell her you found her beautiful and and start talking. And if you want, you could even be talking to her, be like, I'm curious what you look like. And you can just tell her to take her mask off really quick. Of course, if she's not like, she's like, no, you're crazy, who are you? She's not interested, okay? A girl isn't, I don't think that the mask and the social distancing is gonna change who's interested in you or not, okay? She might have some fears, and depending on, what she knows and believes about whatever's going on, I'm not making an argument either way. But if she likes you, she's still attracted to you. She's not like, okay, we're in a quarantine and I can't be attracted to this person. She's just, it's not like she chooses to be attracted to you. She's still gonna be attracted to you, right? I think that the quarantine is just gonna give people more of an excuse to kind of reject you, which is fine. It's gonna save you even more time. She's gonna be like, oh, sorry, please keep your distance. Or I heard one client, he had that happen to him and he's like, yeah, that really hurt. But then he approached a different girl and she liked him, right? And I've approached girls during the quarantine and just fine. I had dates and I had fun. So it's very possible. I've tested it. I've had tons of clients who are doing tons of approaches, okay? Abide by the guidelines of I don't want to get, fucking nuked here by YouTube, but you can still follow everything and you can still find girls that are attractive and who are attracted to you, because nothing has really changed. That's the point of this video. Not much has really changed. Mostly what is happening is people are just afraid. In your head, you're thinking, because there's a mask covering your mouth and your face, and because people are keeping distance, that there's this general like fear and energy that's kind of distancing us. And while that's true, you can push past it, right? You don't have to let that fear keep you from approaching girls. I mean, guys even had approach anxiety before there was a quarantine, right? So if you're gonna use the quarantine as an excuse to not be approaching girls, then, I understand. It's not like there's probably less people out and people are less active and they have to be farther apart. I get it. There are some literal things keeping you from having the same success you did before, but you can still have success. So if you were having excuses before quarantine, you're probably just gonna use quarantine as another excuse. But there's gonna be girls out there who are gonna like you, right? And you can just speak a little bit louder. You can just take down your mask really quick and just give her a look at you so she can experience you in all your fucking beauty. And you can keep your distance from her, right? You don't have to say, hey, I'm Hector, and actually shake your hand. You just be like, oh, you can make jokes of it too. Be like, oh, my name's Hector. I would shake your hand, but I don't want to give you the Vitus. And you can even joke with her, be like, do you have the Vitus? I had some fun with it. I did that one time where I wanted to give a girl a hug. I was like, I want to give you a hug, but do you have it? And she's like, no, I forgot it at home. And I was like, that's funny. It was a really clever joke. I asked her if she had the coronavirus and she said, no, I left it at home. I was like, that's, look at that. Like, that's a good human connection, right? And I gave her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and, we didn't catch anything, and it was great. And then, but we did catch some things together on a different period, right? So wait, that sounds horrible. I meant she caught my dick, oh God. Okay, anyways, so, yeah, you can meet some girls and have some fun. So the point of this video pretty much was psychological, as long as you're following by the standards set by whatever the fuck you are, you can do everything normally, just speak a little bit louder, maybe be a little bit more expressive with your body language. But the way that women show interest with their body is mostly with their body, right? So you can see most of their communication through that, right? Now, if you want some more tips on how to actually approach girls and, make your approach really cool and artistic, and where to find girls, what times to go out, I actually have a course on how to do that, and it's called Meet Girls Everywhere. And then it's in the name, Meet Girls Everywhere. It's good for marketing and it makes fucking sense, right? So I'm gonna teach you how to meet girls everywhere, how to, you see them anywhere. Sometimes you see signs of attraction, but sometimes she's walking across the street and she didn't see you. So you don't know if she wants you to approach her, but you can still go and try, right? And you can do it in a cool, sexy way. And then you can see if she's still interested and have some conversation with her, and then ask her out, and then set up a date with her, and then have a normal dating life despite the craziness in the world that's going on. So if you want to check out Meet Girls Everywhere, then stay tuned to this channel, like the video, subscribe to our channel, ring the bell. There will be some news coming up very soon about the release. It's very, very close to being done. We're just finishing the marketing for right now, but it'll be out very soon. Maybe if you're watching this video a month from now or 2 months from now, it's probably out. So check the description below. If you're watching this in the future, hello future people. Hopefully you're not as scared as everyone is right now and things are starting to settle down. So yeah, it's mostly psychological. Don't let the fear keep you from being human and having great relationships with women. It's still possible. Get off the dating apps, go and meet girls in real life and have some fun, okay? Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, check the description below for the courses. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you soon. Ciao.